Hello, Vicky here, 12 Black Lace Roses. Today I am working on some junk journal notebooks. I have a vendor show coming up on Sunday. What day is it? Friday? I think it's Friday. I don't know. But I just wanted to show what I've been working on. I'm always working, always, but I never create content. So I'm going to do a bit of that today. So this is my last notebook that I'm working on, and then I'm going to start making some ephemera packets and a few other things to sell with my journals. So I just want to kind of show you the last phase of this process. So this is, let me give you one I already finished. Where's the one I just finished? I don't know. I'll just show you one of these. Okay, so this is one finished. And this is cardstock. It has fabric on the outside. It's a hidden spine, so the spine is covered. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is putting on the book plate, which is this, and the fabric spine, and that kind of gives the cardstock some integrity. So as it opens and closes, this weak point in the fold of the cardstock won't, rip. It has strength there. So this is what it looks like inside. It is 20 pages, so 40 front and back. And, oh, I got to do the corners on those. We'll get to that. So I'm going to finish this one. So this one the theme is kind of like dark academia, I guess. Academia. So let me get this. This is like a faux leather. It's so soft, but it's super pretty. So I want to use that as the fabric spine. So this is flimsy, this fabric, so it's a little bit tough to ink. So this is how I do it. I just kind of line up this edge here, and I'm putting ink on. I'm not sure the color change is picking up on the camera too well, but it's basically giving this faux leather fabric kind of an aged look, like this leather has been rubbed by the hands and used and touched a lot. So there's that. And the ends I'm not going to worry about now. We'll do that later. Let me take a look at it, make sure it looks dark enough. A little bit more on this side. Okay, so there's that. This color is Vintage Photo. It's like a red brown. Camera there. And so here next we need a ruler, pencil. We're going to mark an inch on each side. Inch there. Inch there. And this just gives me a line to line my fabric up on. I want things to be straight, even though this is a grungy look. Still want things symmetrical, more pleasing to the eye. Okay, there we go. That marks on. The glue, let me check, make sure I'm still in the center here. So make sure the glue that we're using for this is called Fabri-Tac. It's a clear silicone-based glue, and it is to glue fabric onto things. You could use any type of glue. I mean, glue sticks most things to paper, but because this is a product I'm selling, I don't want there to be any integrity issues. I want the book to remain intact for years and years and years, and to have high usage ability, because these books are meant to, record your creative journey or lists or something awesome. So there, that's put on. Made sure I got the corners very well. So we're going to line this up with our inch line best we can. Here we go, and then lay down, tap in place, make sure we're good. Push, push, push. There we go. Then we're going to flip and do the other side. And I don't put any glue exactly on this edge. Oh, I should have showed you the edge here. So the edge is, this is the binding. The journal is bound with waxed binding thread. And you can leave that exposed. I do on a lot of my journals, but on this one, just because this is cardstock, I want it to be strong there. So I'm leaving this part unglued because when the book opens and closes, like this one, it needs to have movement there. If it's completely glued, it'll be too tight. So learn that trial and error, huh? So next, we're going to add glue here so that the fabric is taut on the book, but not on the spine. Okay, then I'm going to come straight out here to the edge, straight out here to the edge, and then we're going to glue this side. Make sure our fabric sticks to the book. We don't want any lifting edges. Okay, then we'll put some here in the middle so we don't have any shifting or lifting fabric. Okay, pin our glue because this one oozes out and it's expensive. So then we will fold over and press. Okay, looks good. Now while I give that a second to dry, cure, we'll put on the book plate. So book plate is put on with this glue. This is Turbo Tacky glue. So once again, you could use any glue, it's just paper, but I'm creating a quality product here, and this is a low water based glue. So it's white glue, but it's not like the school glue orange top bottles that you get where you put them on, there's so much water, your paper wobbles and warps. This is a low water glue, and it's thick, and it dries fairly quickly. So it's a really, I guess, a serious type of glue for paper. You just don't want any movement, shifting, or accidents. So this book plate is a piece of light brown argyle paper. So, oh, this paper is textured. See here? I ran it through my, what's that called? It's a machine, and you put things in it, and it presses it. Oh, man, I don't have words. Nope, think of it later. Anyways, it textures your paper. So let me just get an idea of what's going on here. So I made that argyle background. I made this book plate here, and this one I think I was going to go center like that. Yep, that's what I wanted. Or I could go off center. No, we like dead center. Yeah. Okay, so let's get this glue on. So with this glue, I go right to the edge, and you see it doesn't run. It comes out really thick. It's like the texture of maybe like toothpaste. And that way I have more you know, precise direction with it. I don't put it on and then worry about it moving and running around. I need control with my glue. And these bottles that I put my glue in, these are actually made for icing cakes. But they are so much easier to squeeze because the bottles that glue come in, they're not really made like for easy hand squeezing and usage. And when you're a bookmaker, like, you use so much glue. Really get tired of squeezing bottles. Let me just check those corners. Looks good. And also with this thick glue, when I push the paper down, it doesn't like have all that seep. It doesn't squish out and go everywhere. So let's see. We're gonna get it center from the edges, and I think that's a good height there. Make sure we're level. Yep, okay. Give me a light press there. and then flip it over, and I like pressing it from the back. Okay, next book plates rectangle is going to be this one. Oops, got glue on that. Okay, then we'll do this one. Corner, right to the edge, corner. Pay really close attention to the corners because I don't want corners lifting. Lifting corners is where it starts to have problems. And you do not want to worry about your book falling apart when you're trying to live your book journey. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. I'll move this a little bit closer so I can make sure it's right. All right, that looks good to me. All right, tap it on lightly, turn it over, push from the back. Okay. Make sure our corners are down. Yep, good. Last piece. Which side? Right up front. Get these corners, edges. Okay, and then across the middle here. All right, looks good. Now we decided center-ish, huh? Okay, that looks right. Maybe a smidge that way. Like that. Okay, looks good. Turn it over. Press from the back. Okay, so book plate is on, and then we will work on the fabric spine, finishing that off. So this needs to be trimmed. See, these are too long. But I leave them a little bit long when I cut the fabric because I don't want it too short. It's easier to take away than add on and fix mistakes. So these are pinking shears. They're meant for sewing, cutting fabric. And they are so sharp. And they're made so that fabric that frays, you cut the edge with pinking shears and it slows down fraying. That is not why I'm using it here. I just like the look of it. So I'm doing that here. These are so sharp, like scary sharp. That looks great. Now the other end. Slices through this fabric like butter. So nice. My mom got me these last Christmas. All right, so that is trimmed, and then we're going to ink these because we edged this side, but we didn't edge, or we inked the edges, but we didn't do these because we just cut them. So we're going to do that now. All right, those are edged, inked. And then I'm going to check the corners one more time. Or make sure it's locked down. Okay, no, see, this is lifted a bit. Where's my little tweezers? Why does this happen? Everything's always right here, and then once I start recording something that I've been using all day disappears. This is nuts. There. Okay. I'm done having my rage fit. Sorry. We still up there. Good. Okay, so this corner is a little bit lifted, so I'm going to pull it back and put some glue there. sure that's down. Checking all the corners. Okay, that's down. Back side. That one's good. That one's good. Great. Come on, glue. All right. Now, let me just look inside. Okay, so if you'll see, the edges are rounded here, but inside they're square, and it's fine. They fit in there, but I don't like this. It could possibly peek out, and it's a little bit too much for me, so I'm just making it a little bit more visually appealing, a little bit more decorative and professional. I clip these corners like this. And you can also get a look at the papers inside here. So each journal I make, I pick the paper specifically, you know, so they go with the style of the book. So this is a dark academia style book. So I've picked, you know, some beige papers, some darkish papers, some, you know, graph papers, in case you were doing sciencey type things. This, on the cover, it has pictures of, what are those little bottles? Specimen bottles? Specimen bottles, not question mark. They are specimen bottles. Okay. See if I can get 3 in 1. Oh, yeah, I did it. Oh, come on, corner. There we go. Shake out a bit. All right, so now these corners are rounded inside. See that they just have a little bit nicer fit. A little bit more professional looking. And then now that the pages are done, I'm not going to ink every page, just because these books are kind of a little bit plain. I am selling these as kind of like a do-it-yourself, finish off your own journal, just so you can have your own creative journey. And, you know, I love decorating journals, and a lot of people like them fully decorated because, you know, it's fun. It's like, oh, look at all this cool stuff in here. But some people would like to experiment with creating their own art and journals, decorating. That's fun. So these journals are made for that, kind of like a DIY junk journal. I made the bases here, and the rest is up to you to have fun with and go for it. So this Sunday I'll be selling these journals. They're calling them decorated junk journal notebooks. So I'll just kind of give you a show of what I have made so far. So I've made some dark academia style ones. So there's that one there. Oh, I hope I've been in frame during this. I think I'm cutting that out of the way so you can get a better look. That one with this leatherish type of binding there. And then this one here. There's the book plate, kind of crinkly, and it has like a canvas. That one, the corners need to be done still, so I'm going to put that over there if the corners need to be done. Then this one is kind of an artist style. That one, the corners need to be done. This is a darkish academia one also, some moths and butterfly themes. That one needs to be cut. And then I have some kind of romantic goth style ones. Satin corners here, black satin binding, some roses, and some pretty pink papers inside. I collaged on the inside. Not all of them are made the same. They're kind of whatever I felt like doing at the moment. This one has these fancy gold corners here. So just whatever I felt like doing. This is a grungy romantic goth one. A little bit of gold or white sparkle there. Pinky, black, and white papers. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to check the corners. That one's done. Corners are done. Corners are done. Corners are done. Okay. Then I have some, I don't know, creepy goth stuff. This one's satin. That's a goldish brick plate and got a lot of pink, black, and gold in there too. Corners are done there. And then this one. I have a 1920s. It's like kind of a metallic. Go with this metallic here and see. They're all gray, black, and white papers. These ones are just kind of black and white and grayish. There we go. Okay. And then, oh, here's some more. This one was my sample one. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it. It needs a book plate, and the pages are just a little smidge off. Like, no one would notice but me. See how they're a little bit on this side? There's less space than on this side. Yeah, no one would notice that except me. This was my sample book. I'm not decided if it's sell worthy. I got some more. Last ones. At least out of this collection. This is like a kind of whimsical, a little bit grungy, light colored. Samesies, silver, grungy. This one's goldish. Why is it so thick? Oh, that's right. I put some pretty cardstock on there. Yeah, so each one's a bit different. And I'm going to have some more stuff to sell, but that's what I have to show for now. Thanks for being with me.